The Hebrew root word for today is very important. It's Aleph, Mem, Taf, Emet. Emet is something that should be integrated into every area of our lives. It means truth, Emet. Something that is true is Amiti. You can see how Emet becomes Amiti if it becomes something that's true. There's a very well-known psalm, which my wife actually wrote a fairly well-known musical version of, which says, Shlach ocha ve'amitecha. Send your light and your truth, let them guide me, etc. Amitecha, you can see, comes from the root emet, your truth. So when you're studying a scientific article, or maybe even studying the Bible, you're looking to dig out what we call in English nuggets of truth. A nugget of truth, or a very wise saying, is amita. If you found an amita, it's like something that is ancient wisdom, or a nugget of a pearl, maybe you would say, of truth, amita. Another word we use in business that comes from emet is imut. So sometimes I'm asked as a lawyer to verify or certify somebody's signature, which is to confirm that the person that's signing before me is actually the person who's signing before me. That's called imut. What you're doing is you're verifying the truth that a statement that's being made is being made by the right person, and that it's a correct version of the facts. That's called imut. And if you want to go deeper into a legal setting, we use the word imut, which again comes from the root emet, to cross-examine a witness, let's say, or to challenge a witness's testimony is litamet, to do an imut, which is really in order to dig down and to dig out the truth in any situation. Imut. It's so important to be people of truth. I heard somebody say recently that the most wonderful thing about telling the truth is you don't have to ever remember what you just said, right? Once you start telling stories that are not true, you have to remember, who did I tell this story to? What version did I tell to that person, in order to not get in trouble? But if your default situation is always to tell the truth, then you can sleep well at night knowing that you don't have to remember who you told what to, and just be yourself, which is just the best way to live. I hope we can all be people of truth. Thank you. My great-grandfather, Abraham Myers, was a Jewish businessman from Darmstadt, Germany. Unfortunately, Darmstadt was the first city that was boycotted by the Third Reich when they were calling to boycott all Jewish-owned businesses in order to cripple the economy of this community. We created a rise to make sure that that will never happen again. As anti-Semitic voices are rising once again around the world, and there's even this insidious campaign calling to boycott Israel, boycott Israeli companies, to isolate our economy, we want to do the opposite. We invite you to join our alliance and to help us by standing against these lies, spreading the truth about Israel, combating anti-Semitism, and creating more connectedness between the Israeli economy and the international community, which will just create security for Israel's future. Please sign up today to become a member of the Arise Alliance. Thank you so much.